Welcome to the final update, guys. It has been ages since I did the last one. I realized I said I was going to have this done in January. You know what? We went through 190 litres of paint. So much styling and effort has gone in. And every time I've thought I've wanted to do the update, it has just not been ready. Even now, there's still things that need to be done. You know what? It's time to get it just ticked off. So here we are. Now, about 15 months ago, I set up a bit of a cheesy little thing to do. So let's go back 15 months. We're going to renovate this house. It's going to go from that to this. Oh my goodness. We have made it. All right, final update. I'm really excited, guys, to take you through the whole house. And I hope that styling really shines this time. I don't want my voice as much this time on camera. So hopefully a lot of imagery of what the place is styled like is what I want to really drive home today in this final update. So let's start off today in the garage. Love this space. It's great to be able to put our cars away, but also it's been great to be able to reuse TV unit that we had in our lounge room, playroom cupboard, that sort of thing. So we've put those in, got our fridges over there and the bikes over there. So it's a great little spot for all of that. But the really cool thing I want to show you is the network hub. I'm really going to geek out with you here, I really am. So this is the Unified Dream Machine Pro. Basically, the internet comes from the street to this point here through the router and into the Dream Machine. What you can do with this is basically customize your network, so you can add extra Wi-Fi networks. You can set up firewalls. It's got Unified Protect. So there's actually a hard drive in there, an SSD drive, and that stores security camera footage for the cameras that are set up around the place. So really great bit of machinery, and that's hooked up to the Wi-Fi switch. And because we need a switch, because all of those cables there connect up to one point in the house. There's about 17 network points throughout the house. And a lot of internet-enabled things now can run power over Ethernet. So this actually can power devices as well. So if you plug in some cameras or even some doorbells, they don't require a separate power source. It comes from this. So this is a network attached storage too. So that's what we can use for like our cloud storage. So that's Western Digital. But this runs the household Internet of Things. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through, like I said, I'm going to show you the way the house looks, but I'll talk to the Internet of Things, okay? So the first spot I want to show you is the porch, because the porch has a sensor up here, and that sensor triggers our barn lights. As you can see, it's dark enough now for the barn lights and also the down lights on the porch to turn on. So we've got 4 barn lights across here. So that's triggered by this motion sensor up here. I'll talk a bit more about it inside when I go into the coat room. But basically you can set them up using the app. So this is the porch area, really great spot for people to come in. Doorbell there, so that's a video doorbell. We can actually remotely see people when they come to the doorbell. And there's been times where if people have got deliveries, I can remotely open the garage door, because the garage door actually has a two-year module that connects up to the internet. So you can use an app to control the garage door as well as a normal buzzer. So let's go through into the first room of the house, which is the coat room. Okay, so the coat room is a super practical space. So coming in from the garage, we can come and put our bags on the hooks, shoes in the baskets, you can sit down on the bench. It's a fantastic little space being able to store things. Great that we can use old demolition timber as well for the bench top. So I put the timber through a thickness planer, got rid of all the rough edges, and then put it through a jointer. The jointer cleans up that angle so that when you glue the bits of timber together, it's nice and you get a really nice join. So yeah, that's been really great being able to use some of the old timber there. So thanks Berkey for letting me use your jointer there. So that's actually 5 bits of timber glued together there. Now as far as smart home fittings in this area, in fact in the whole house we've got a fair bit of Philips Hue light. And Philips Hue lights are basically individual light fixtures and they all connect together in like a mesh internet system. and you can address them. You can use the app to make them dimmer or brighter. You can set timers. I'll explain how I've set it up throughout the house, but for this area here, we've got a motion sensor. So it's a Philips Hue motion sensor, and that's assigned to these two lights in this area here. So whenever motion is detected, this will turn on, and as soon as motion isn't detected, after a minute, it turns off. It goes a little bit dimmer, and then it fully turns off. So that's one of the areas that we've got a motion sensor, and then we've also got another one, the hallway there. So that hallway motion sensor controls all of these lights just in this way. And the good thing about that too is that at night, if the motion's detected after, say, I think it's 11:30 I've set it for, the intensity of the light's actually a lot dimmer. So if you're coming out and it's really dark and you're a bit tired, that nice subtle light works well. But during the day now, it's quite bright. So you can see now that these lights are starting to dim and turn off. So yeah, but it's also, it's dependent on how much light the sensor's picking up as well. So if there's plenty of light, it won't turn on. So you can set that brightness as well. So that's it for that space. Let's go through to the guest bedroom. All right, so here we are in the guest bedroom. This has been used a fair bit. We've had our sister-in-law over recently. My mother and father-in-law, Beck's mum and dad, have come over a few times. Beck's mum's actually coming over next week. So this space has been really good for when we've had guests over, and it's lovely to be able to have the room to do that. Plenty of light that comes through that west-facing window this time of the year. In summer, it's a little bit hot, but that's okay. We've got a nice thick blind there, and there's also ducted air conditioning and ducted heating throughout the house too, so it's really comfortable. Smart home fittings, the only thing we've got in here is we've got network points which kind of future-proofs the place. We might use this place as like a study one day, we're just not sure, so just put in the network space there. Next, let's go upstairs. Now, you guys won't have seen the stair treads. So these stair treads are made from the floor that we've got throughout the bottom level of the house, but I took it to a stair nosing place and they created the rise and return. So that's been completely done. So we've got white risers and we've actually got the floating floorboards on top for the treads. Also here we've got Grid Connect stair lights. So they're internet enabled stair lights, but they're not Philips Hue, they're a different brand. They're all controlled by the app at the moment, or this switch. So you can turn them on and off by the switch. But the cool thing is that if you leave them on, through the app you can put a timer. So you might want to have them on from sunset until 10:30, and then they'll automatically switch off. And they're really low voltage too. They're 2 watts per light, so it's not using that much power too, which is fantastic. So let's go upstairs and check out the Rumpus Room. Alright, so here we are in the Rumpus space. You can see there's a nice big grey carpet that we've chosen throughout the whole house. Goes really well. I think it really contrasts with the natural white half strength that we used on the walls and a lot of the other whites, plenty of white. So this is a wonderful space for the kids. Plenty of room for them to move the beanbags and make it a flexible area. 99% of the time, guys, this is an absolute pigsty. And that's fine, because that's the way kids are. They just like their space. There's books, there's always colouring sheets or Lego stuff everywhere. But you know, just for you, we cleaned up the place. So plenty of room to store things over in the unit over there. So we've got just the console, and we've got a few other magazines and things that the kids like reading regularly. Bit of a horsey setup there. There's a bit of a horse theme in Eliza's room, you might see a bit later. But yeah, wonderful space. Piano over here. The girls have been learning piano. And this is the study study area. Eventually we're planning on doing a built-in desk, but for the moment this is working well. We've got a desk here for them to use, and we've also got a bit of a Kallax unit there just for their books, toys down the bottom, bit of a display part at the top, so that works, yeah, really well. Now, as far as smart fittings going up here, we have got Philips Hue lights. Now, throughout the house, Most of the lights are controlled by something like this, and this is the Philips Hue dimmer switch. The great thing about this is that you can set scenes, so different lights or different intensities, and you can do 5 per zone. So first press turns them on bright, second press is dim, third press is actually just the front 2 lights. So if you press it 3 times, normally we're watching a movie or using the TV, and it's just a really subtle light. So if you don't want any lights on, it's good just to have a few lights there. So 3 presses is that, and then the 4th one and 5th one, we've also got like a real daylight, a very, very white light, which just looks like blue at night. So we don't use that one that often, but during the day, if you ever want a bit more, it's a great daylight. So they're wireless. They can be, using the app, you can actually program this to do anything you want with these lights. You can also add other zones. So it's very, very open to whatever you want to do. Other things we've got up here that are smart home enabled, we've got Google Nest Protect smoke detectors. These are CO2 and smoke detectors, but they're also motion detectors because at night, it sets out a night light. So this little ring here lights up, and that's great for if the kids are coming out and going to the toilet or something. There's plenty of light for them to see where they're going. So they're really great. They're hardwired in, but a really great product if anyone's thinking about getting smoke detectors. The other thing that we do is we have got light alarms for the girls on school days. And this is quite funny. The first time I did this, I didn't tell the girls I was doing it, but basically at 7 a.m, the light just came on full pelt, and it's very dark at 7 a.m. still in winter. And Hayley comes in, she goes, I was blinded by the light. I'm like, good, I needed you to wake up. So at 7 a.m. they turn on. Now I've changed it so that from 6:30 until 7 a.m. there's a gradual fade in. So it's not this whole super bright light, it's a gradual faded light. So that's just that light there. And then over on Eliza's side, just this light up here. That one is the one that comes dimly on, and that just fades through into her room. So great little feature of the smart lighting that you can set alarms to do that. And you can also set notifications. So if something like a doorbell rings, you can actually make it a silent alarm so that the light flashes, which is pretty cool. Let's have a look at the bathroom next. So the styling of this bathroom is absolutely amazing. Beck's done a great job. It's just not my domain at all, but coming in and seeing it when she had it all set up, I was like, wow, this is great. So plenty of greenery, the towel colors, just fantastic. And the space is really well set out for the girls too. They've got lots of different individual spaces in their drawers for their hairbrushes and stuff. The bath's huge. I can fit in it, which is great. But it's, like a fantastic area for the girls to use. The laundry chute, super practical as well. The other thing I wanted to show you guys was there is a Philips Hue light. So this is the smart home part of this bit of the house. There are normal switch lights, but also the Philips Hue light over there allows me to hook up a sensor underneath the vanity. So whenever you walk through and it's a certain darkness, it'll trigger that light. At night at about 6 o'clock, it's full brightness. But then after the kids have gone to bed and like anything from 10:30, I think I've said it, 10:30 it goes to about a 20% intensity. So a nice subtle light just to make your way through if you're half asleep. So yeah, great little spot. Let's head out next to Eliza's bedroom. Very much a horse theme in here. Also a bit of a, I think it's called surf and dive color theme. That was the actual name of it. So yeah, Beck's matched all that nicely. It looks really great. But yeah, lots of horses, lots of nice colors for Eliza, and also that hanging chair. That was a gift that we gave. We gave the girls each a gift when they came into the new bedroom. So that was Eliza's one, was the hanging chair. So she loves that, sits on that and reads for ages. It's great to see her really kicking back and enjoying the room. Smart home features, we've actually got the Grid Connect fans. Now these are internet fans. They do have a normal remote, but also what you can do is you can control it from an app. So if we turn the fans on and leave them on like in a hot summer's night as we did last summer, Beck and I can use our phones to turn the fans off, after a certain time, which is super handy. So if we see that they're still left on, we can turn them off. But also the girls on their remotes can press like a timer, which is really great. We've also got Google Home out there too. So if they want to request the fans turn off without using the remote too, that is all connected, which is super handy. Normal switch lights in the girls' room. I'm not sure about internet lights in here. I'm thinking like they just need a switch light, but one day they're very easy to switch out. I might change them over to the Philips Hue, but for the moment, they're normal switch lights. Let's head next to Haileys Room. All right, a very different theme to Eliza's room. As you can see, Hailey loves ballet, she loves dancing, she loves pink, she loves her teddies. So Beck's, again, done an amazing job of setting all of this up. I keep saying that because literally this is all Beck now. This is Beck's time to shine. This is what she's been thinking about the whole renovation. How are these girls' bedrooms, bathrooms, the space is going to look? So this is a real showcase of everything that she's done. So yeah, look, like the main smart home things in this room, we've got the Grid Connect fan. Also, we're trialing the Lenovo smart clock. These are a pretty standard alarm clock, but they're internet enabled. So if the power goes out or if the internet goes out, you can actually, like, you don't have to do anything. It just automatically comes back on when the internet and power connects back up again, and you don't have to reset the time, which is really good. It's also got a Google Home in there too, so you can do normal functions on that. And it's also got a thermometer and a few other things. You can set alarms with your voice. So yeah, pretty handy. Hailey's enjoying it, but we'll see how we go if we get any more throughout the house. So that's Hailey's room. That's it for up here. It's now time to go downstairs to the laundry. All right, so here we are in the laundry. It's a pretty standard sort of laundry, really. I mean, it is our laundry, it's great, and you know, it's got nice fixtures and fittings and all that sort of thing, but in the end, it's just a laundry. No smart home things in here at all. Actually, no, there's one thing. So I've got down here, this is for the alfresco lights. So I set this up to work with another one. So this is actually a two-way switch. So same as what I showed you upstairs. But the good thing about these is it's just magnetic. So the whole thing just attaches wherever there's like a metal surface. So I'll put that on just here. So if you're ever at night, you can use that for out in the alfresco area. But the laundry is great. We haven't had a standalone laundry before. Having the European laundry was great, but its own separate space now with a heater and a fan. It's just really great. If you've got the dryer going on, you can put the fan on, you don't get that moisture problem, which is really great. So next is the alfresco zone. So welcome to the alfresco area. This area is fantastic. We've used this quite a lot. So we have done a fair bit of a facelift out here. So it used to all be bricks, but we've painted all of the weatherboards out here, painted all the windows, and we've actually sanded the deck back, right back. We sanded the deck right back. It nearly killed me. It was the worst job I think I've ever done. I'd rather dig holes than sand a deck, but it looks a lot better now. So we sanded it right back and did a natural deck stain on the deck. So it looks really, really great. But gee, I hope I never ever have to do that again. A couple of bits of furniture, just to make sure that we've got good, plenty of space. We used to have a really big table and chairs out here, and it just wasn't a good use of the space. So we've just gone really minimalistic out here. But it's a wonderful area because we've got like this is north facing out that way. You just get heaps of winter sun coming through here. In summer, it's not too bad because it goes over the top of the roof. So it's not too hot, but having the outdoor fan is super handy. Now fixtures and fittings, we've got 5 Philips Hue lights out here, so they're controlled remotely and also by the app. Again, with scenes for the different moods that you want. But also that's a Grid Connect fan. That's actually a normal fan, but we've got a Grid Connect controller. So it works the same as the other Grid Connect fans, just a few less features because we didn't need all of the turning on and offs that we did with the other one. So that is the alfresco area. So now let's walk through into the meals and lounge area. Alright, so welcome to the last room of this final update. We are in the space in the house that we have used more than anywhere else. This is a real hub of activity. It's the kitchen dining lounge area. And you've seen the way Beck has styled this. It looks amazing. It is such a refreshing space to walk into. So really happy and very proud of what she's done here. She's put heaps of work into this space. So a couple of fixtures and fittings as far as electrical work goes in here, quite a lot actually, a lot of smart home in this area. So there's all Philips Hue downlights, there's also Philips Hue bulbs in the pendant lights, and there's also a Philips Hue LED strip. And we've also got motorized blinds in this area, and they turn on and off with the sunrise and sunset each day. So we actually set it for 10 minutes after sunset to go down automatically, and then 10 minutes before sunrise in the morning, they come up Also, one of the lights, one of the windows above the stairs, which you can't actually get to, is motorized as well, which is super handy. So that's by AC Media, and yeah, that's all automated, but we've also got a remote control because on the weekends we don't set it automatic, because if we're not home or if we're sleeping in, it's good just to be able to press the remote and do it automatically like that, or do it manually like that. So I've got a bit of an automation to show you here, because when we come home at night in winter especially, it's just pitch black. So it's nice to be able to say this, night lights. Hey, there we go. So we've actually got 6 down lights in this area here, but I've only set it for the 4 down lights here because this table here is typically set up as a 4-seater for our family. At the moment, it's a 6-seater. This converts to 12-seaters. So it's actually got leaves, which are solid pieces that come in and out. We've actually had 14 around this table with a few kids, because you can fit 2 kids on each end. So we've had up to 14 on that table. We've used that heaps around Christmas time or big family gatherings. We had Beck's dad's birthday here. Lots of people over, so it was great, plenty of space. But that's a great automation just to be able to set up, but it's limitless. You can actually turn individual lights on and off, which is handy. Another thing I wanted to show you is these little tap switches. So these don't run off batteries, they are actually kinetic energy run. So if you press this, that actually turns off the pendant lights. That's assigned to the pendant lights in the middle there. And I've got another one here, which is for the LED. So if I click that once, turns on the kitchen LED. Press it again, it's turned off. If I do a quick press, once on and then again, it'll cycle through the different scenes that I've set up. So a whole lot of lovely different colors there. Beck hates the colors. Beck absolutely hates the colors. She just likes normal white, which is understandable. So yeah, that's basically that space there. So yeah, plenty of little things that we can do here and there. But what we've got with that automation, I've only got 4 of the lights in the lounge room turned on, because that's a nice subtle light if there's only a few of you there. If you've got a whole group of people though, first press is just those 4 lights. Second is all 9, and then you've got a dimmable version, and then like the TV one, that's like a daylight, and then again just those 4. So super handy having that different scene selection on that switch. And that brings us to the very end of this final update. Guys, thank you so much for coming along for the ride. It has been great being able to update you as you've gone along. It's been great chatting to people as well about it all. So come and visit when you can. But thanks for watching us renovate this old house. Farewell for the moment.